Beta, question number 3 now. If the following, in the following AP, you have to find the missing term. So in this, these all have been told to be APs and there are certain blanks that we need to evaluate. Okay, so that the first term is 2, second term we have to find, that is unknown, and third term is given to us. Okay, so this one in short simply can be done as, children, we know that second term minus first term gives us the common difference, which should be same as third term minus the second term. When we were checking whether a sequence is an AP or not, this is what we were doing. A2 minus A1 equals to A3 minus A2. So that is what you can do here straight away. Okay, so A2 minus 2, that's your A1, should be equal to A3 was 26 minus A2 again. So A2 same variables and you'll get them to the same side. So A2 plus A2 will become 2 times A2, and 26 plus 2, if you take that minus 2 to that side, so that becomes 28. This will come in the denominator in the next step. So your A2 is coming as 14 straight away. Okay, so that was a short one. Now second one, your first term and third term you have to find. This is your first term, second term, third term and fourth term. Okay, so first term we always denote by A. That is why I've written that unknown as A, first term. Second term, this is A3, third term, right? So first, if there was only one unknown out here, so we had cut it short. Now here, if there are 2 or more unknowns in any one, then you will form equations. For any AP, in general, we take the the first term of AP as A and common difference as D. Alright, so assuming that A is the first term, D is your common difference, this is your second term. So A2 second term we know is A plus D. One equation from here. Then this is your fourth term, first, second, third, fourth term. So A4 would be A plus 3D. Remember, general term of AP is A plus n minus 1D for nth term. So जो भी term है उससे एक कम times D. So these are your two equations. We know the values. Our A2 was 13 will become A plus D. A4 was 3 will become A plus 3D. Now you have to solve these like you've done linear solving of linear equation in 2 variables. So that is exactly the case here. There are 2 variables A and D unknown. You will solve them. So it's your choice. You can do, there were so many methods of solving. Elimination or substitution and so on and so forth. We are doing here by elimination because A and A same coefficients आ गए हैं तो इसको eliminate करना is easy. So for elimination what I have done is equation 2 minus equation 1. 1 minus 2 कर सकते हो. I have done it as 2 minus 1. So it would be 3 minus 13 on the left hand side. Here A minus A will get cancelled and 3D minus D. So that becomes minus 10 is equal to 2D, which gives you D as minus 10 upon 2, that is minus 5. Okay. So likewise, children, there are many other, okay, you also have to find A3. This was to find your D only. D we have evaluated as minus 5. Now we'll find A. We can substitute in any of the 2 equations here. This one is shorter and easier. So put your value of D here in equation 1 as minus 5. Minus 5 will come this side, will become plus 5, 13 plus 5. So you get your A as 18. Okay, so one of your unknown was A that you have evaluated as 18. You also had to find A3. So A3 by formula we had already written is A plus 2D. Okay, so A plus 2D. D was evaluated as minus 5. Do your calculations. So that becomes 18 minus plus minus will make it minus 10, which is 8. Okay, this way, or maybe this is another way of finding the terms of AP. आपको उसका पहला term already पता था, 13 पता था. You've taken out your D. 13 plus D will give you your A3. So either way you can do it. Either you do it your A2 plus D, or you do it by formula. Nth term is A plus 2D. Okay, either way you'll get the same answer. Okay, now there are many parts here, children. Likewise, you can do rest of them also. Like for this question, third out here, your A is 5 and your A2, A3 are unknown and A4. So you can form your A4 is equal to 5 plus 3D. That will help you find your D. And once you know your D, add that D to 5, you know your this term. Add that D to this term, you know your next term. Okay, so that is easy enough. You can try this on your own. A is known, A4 का formula लगाओ, D निकल जाएगा. Keep adding D to find the successive terms. Okay, now likewise here your A is known and your last term, which is your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth term. So you know your A6 and you know your A. That will again help you find your D. Like this one I've solved for you. What was given was the first term was -4 and A6 sixth term की value आपको पता है तो formula लगाओगे sixth term का. A6 is A plus 5D, one less than the term we are talking about because of that formula, right? So your 6 will become A was -4, 5D. Take 4 to the other side, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 upon 5, that will help you find your D. अब ये D आप ऐड करते जाओ अपने प्रीवियस टर्म में, यू विल कीप गेटिंग द फॉलोइंग टर्म्स. फर्स्ट टर्म -4 था, -4 plus 2 will give you -2, then -2 another +2 will give you the next term, then this term plus D will give you. So we have to keep adding D to all the previous terms to find the next term. So that is how you get rest of the terms out here. Okay. Last part likewise children you will do on your own. Okay, here you don't know your A, so you'll have form two equations. Following questions में ऐसे equations आए हैं, so I have solved them there. You can see those solutions and then you can try this. Like एक A2 का formula लगाओगे आप, जैसे इस which question we had done, this one. सेकेंड वन वी हैड डन ना A2 एंड A4 का फॉर्मूला लगाया था, वैसे यहाँ पे आप एक A2 का फॉर्मूला लगेगा एंड 1 2 3 4 5 दिस इज योर सिक्स टर्म A6 का लगेगा. तो A and D simultaneously solve होके unknown two variables you will find your A as well as D. So A is your first term, then keep adding D to this, then another D, you find all the terms. Okay, now next is which term of AP this is 78. So a sequence is given to you and they want to know 78 would be which term of this sequence. So your A is